Hello, good evening, everyone. I don't know if you're online joining me. um, I'm back. I said I'll be doing live show every Tuesdays or Sundays. So nice joining me. Today was a little bit stressful, from different outing to enjoy ourselves. Then back home after service, you know. So I'm here once again to give you a little gist, little gist on traveling process. Why I'm doing this live show is because everybody keep asking me what's the process, which way are we going, and I decided to be doing live show for you to learn everything you need to learn because if you come to my DM, chat me, I can't answer everybody. I need to answer just just few people because of my time. Time is precious, and you can see that I'm looking different today. I'm looking good. That's the advantage of when you have peace of mind. You look different. So it's me. I'm live. I'm here to tell you a little bit about this traveling. Now, before I proceed, so I just so if you're watching me, if you can hear me, just say hi. So okay, so I just posted something now. I posted universities for those that are coming through work, through school. I posted universities that are cheaper and have their initial deposits are cheaper. So I'm going to post little more things. Okay, so I posted something now about CV. If you're applying to schools, if you're applying to schools, you will need to package your CV, and you need to package your CV. And how do you write the CV? For those that is doing this process, you don't need to, I keep saying you don't need to do this process through anyone. You can do it yourself. I've just pasted it on the comment section now on how you can prepare your CV yourself. In your CV, you mention your skills, if you are preparing it, lack of relevant skills and experience. You need to mention that in your CV. And when you're done with that, you need to move straight. You need to say a little about the university. I'm coming. I don't know if you're online with me. Okay. Okay, poor presentation and formatting. So your CV should be well organized, easy to read, and the spelling. Make sure you state everything on the CV. You need to, if you are sending the same CV to every employer or to the school, make sure you indicate each work. If you are preparing your CV now, make sure you put the months and the year. Like now, maybe you graduated year 2008, right? You graduated in February, you put 02 slash 2028. So now, make sure you don't have gap in your CV. When you are preparing your CV, make sure, let's assume you graduated in 2008 and you did your NYSA in 2009. So in your CV is going to be stated 2008 February, that is 02 2008. Then the next one will be NYSA. Now, for some people, normally in Nigeria, some might not get work immediately after NYSA. That gap, you need to put something there. If you don't put something there, the school will reject your CV and they will ask you to explain why you have gap. So those gap, you need to say maybe maybe you're selling something as a sales boy, as a sales girl. So let's assume when you graduated in 2008, in 2009 you served. Then in 2011 or 2013 or 15 you started work. Can you see between 2009 and 2011 there's a gap? So in your CV, you need to state it clearly that between that 2009 and 2011, you're working as a salesperson. Any gap in your CV, please cover it up with a sales. Even for those that have their organization, you don't need to say, I'm the CEO. No. Even if you are the CEO of your organization, you should pay yourself. Even if you are the CEO of the organization, you should have a position you are occupying. So you need to state it there and think over it properly. You call yourself managing director from maybe year 2008 till now, and you're coming to UK. What do you expect? Did you think they will give it to you? So you need to remove MD from the CV. Let me be sincere with you. So you can put something lower, manager, CTO, CFO, but not the managing director. And I'm trying to explain little about CV. And when you are preparing your CV, I stated something, I stated it earlier in my last show that if you want to process your visa, don't include your CV. For those that want to include their CV, please don't. It's not that it's bad. It's not that there will be anything if you include your CV. But the implication is that they may query you. You might receive NSF. So that's the implication of that, the CV stuff. So now, if you are preparing your CV and you want to send to your school, you need to prepare it that way. You need to mention the reason why you want to go for this course. What you need to do after getting the qualification. Why is it relevant to you? Why this particular university? Why this particular course in that university? Why are you interested? And after your graduation, then need to tell them, oh, I'm staying back. Nobody wants to give you. Say, I'm going back to my home country to use this key to develop my country. So you need to mention that in your CV. So I'm going to the next one. I need to explain them one after the other. So I'm going to the next, your TB. I mentioned TB earlier, which is your TB. So now, before we go to TB, I need to mention. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, I was trying to. Uh, So, I'm trying to share the link for the TV now for those that want to book their tuberculosis and they don't know how to get about it. I don't have idea how much it will cost because when you want to start this journey, it's good to plan ahead. Anything you want to do, it's good for you to plan ahead. So I'm trying to So I'm sharing the costs of you and the link you need to for applying for your TB. So I'm trying to share this. Okay, so I've shared that now about the TB. So I will recommend just only two. I will recommend only two. I will recommend IOM. I just pasted it now. You can book your TV with IOM link. I've stated it. That's a link for you to book your TV. For those that want to do the application without using any agent, that's a few for the IOM. That's the link for you to book it, and that is the price. So if you have kids that is between 0 to 10 years, it's 20,000 for the TV. Remember something, TV valid for only 6 months. So if you are booking your TV, you need to be sure, you need to do your calculation properly. If you know you are coming in January, you don't need your TV now, because before then it will expire. And without the TV, you can't process from Nigeria. I'm only talking to those that are from Nigeria, so we can't process from the country. So you can also process through Q Life. Q Life is cheaper. If you're 11 years above, it's 46,500. Q Life is cheaper to book your TB. It's 46,500, but you don't get your results the same day. You get it after 48 hours. While IOM, you get your TB the same day. And IOM, their office is in Ikeja for those in Lagos, and they also have branch in Abuja. But Q Life, for now, their office is only in Lagos, and you book via email or via the link shared now. That's for the TB. So I'm going to post something about the form here now, on how to get about it for you to see. Okay, so I just posted something about Form A now. I told in the last discussion they were using Form A to pay for school fees. We're using it too for PTA. We're using it for school fees. So now, if you go to the link I shared for the Form A, if you go to the link, the steps, you click on it. When you click on the Form A, then you can see the link. I just shared the link just now. So if you click on it, OKK is watching. Godwin is watching. Thanks for joining. So if you can see, I put a step there. We have section 1, section 2, section 3. And the section 1 is the applicant information. You need to put your information. And the section 2 is the traces services. The third one is your bank details. Now I said it earlier, if you want to pay anything through Form A, you need to get your bank details. And now there's a new law from Nigeria that you need to get your tax clearance. So if you want to do anything traveling, and you know you want to save costs and you want to use your Form A, get your tax clearance. And I think it's around 50 something thousand to get 3 years tax clearance. You know, when you get all these documents ready, your process will be faster. So you can travel now. So now when you get it, now what are the documents you need to attach? You need to attach your offer letter. You need to attach your school invoice. You need to attach authorization letter. So I'm going to show you sample now. For those that their BVN is not linked to their email, you will not be able to process your Form A. That's why sometimes you need to just do something for future reference for those of you that still plan to travel in future. Even if you don't need it now, just do it down. So that the day you just wake up and like, oh, I'm tired of this Nigeria, I need to get out like me, you know, you get things done faster. Some people, I know you might not need it traveling now, you don't even have valid passports. You know, you need to have your passports, you know, you need to have passports, you know, you need to link your email to your BVN if you want to process your Form A, if you want to process your payment through school fees. Now, how do you link your email to your BVN? Because if you don't link your email to your BVN, if you are logging into the trace system, it will not work. It will not even go. You will not be able to create your username, your password. So what you need to do, you visit bank, any bank. If you can register your email, the email you know you can be checking every time, you will remember the password, not the official email you're using in Nigeria, not your office email that they created, your own personal email. So you go to the bank, you link your personal email to your BVN. So if you can do that within 24 hours, it will reflect. So now, when you are done with that, then you'll be able to activate this. Now, the advantage of this is that apart from you, you know, doing this Form A through the trace system, you can also do your PTA, you can also do BTA, you can also do even medical allowance, a lot of things that you can do through that. So it will not take you anything than just to enter, you know, just to enter banking hall. Now, I'm going to show you a little on how much it costs, how to calculate your proof of fund for those that want to calculate their proof of fund, because when you want to process your visa, you need to know what you need. You need to do your calculation, your plus and minus. And there's something I said in the last discussion, book your flight ahead. If you can book your flight, let's assume you're planning to go in January. In September, book flight. Even family of 5, don't be surprised. Your flight can be 400,000. I'm telling you the truth. Instead of book refundable flight, even if tomorrow the family decide not to go again, you can collect your money back. It's not affecting you. You know, you save costs. Instead of you using 4 million to book flights, you can see, you know, some people will tell you if you want to travel, you need to have big money. You need to have big money for you to be able to travel. It's a lie. The thing is that if you don't know the process, if you don't know how to get about it, you end up spending big money in you traveling. But if you can follow all the steps, I'm telling you, yeah, you know, you'll be able to um you'll be able to save costs for yourself and for the family. So that is why the payment through Form A is very important. Don't do anything in a rush. And when you initiate your Form A, follow up with the bank where you initiated the Form A, Niger now. So when you do something, you need to follow, you need to go to the bank to be sure, and you need to keep checking your portal to be sure you're treated. So that's that about Form A. Sam coming, I need to share more information that'll benefit a lot. So I'm coming. Okay. Now I just show you sample of how to calculate your proof of fund. You can see what I pasted just now. That's a sample of how to calculate your proof of fund. Can you see? So now let's assume you are going out of London. Cost of living, when you want to calculate your proof of fund, cost of living in London is different from cost of living outside London. You can see I'm giving you for instance now. Let's assume after paying your deposits, after paying your deposits, you need to remove the remaining, you deduct it from the actual school fees. So let's assume your school fees is, you can see the one I just pasted now. The remaining school fees after deposit is just 7. This for this course. Can you see? Like, you need to have big money on a lie. You can see this person. After paying deposit, can you see what is remaining? What is remaining is just £712 you need to pay. You can see that is not much. Now, £2. That's what is remaining for this person. You will now add it. This one is family of 2. What do you mean by family of 2? Family of 2 is husband and wife. Family of 3 is husband, wife, and kids. Family of 4 is husband, wife, and 2 kids. Family of 5 is husband, wife, like that. We'll be calculating like that. So that's how we calculate it here. This person, I'm using this one as for family of 2 now, which is husband and wife. After the deposits, the remaining school fees, like this person is going for 2 years course. So the school is only interested in proof of fund for only 1 year. You can see that's why you need to know a lot of information. You need to know a lot of things. Some people don't know. They will go and study something that is very expensive. They will go to schools that are expensive. From my the first conversation, I listed names of schools that are cheaper that you can go. So you can see this person now. £712.5 plus cost of living here outside London is 9207 plus cost of living for the dependent is 6120. Everything is 1603.5. I did it at the highest rate, which is 950. So you need to have 10 million. So you need to have 10 million in your account. For this person, you need to have 10 million in your account for your proof of fund. Some school will ask you for this proof of fund before they give you cash, but it's compulsory. When you want to apply for visa, you must show your proof of fund. So like this 10 million now is enough for this couple. So if you can look for someone that will put 10 million, for me, I will not advise you to look for someone. It's better you pay someone, all this proof of fund agent is better, because when you use someone, it will be disturbing you. You say it's 20. Sometimes this visa processing, you might like, it will take 28 days. It might not be 28 days. It might not be as fast as you thought. And the person will just be on your neck, So why don't you do proof of fund? Like now, if you're doing proof of fund with 3 million, that is 3%, you're paying just little. So now if you pay 3% on this for them to credit you now, and you pay this 10 million proof of fund, is enough to show that you and your wife, I'm only doing so if you are doing it for just a single person now for this university now, you can see that it will be cheaper. Cost of living will be cheaper. So you can say, and if you want to, if you are doing that, you need to do your conversion via Oando rates. I put the link there for the Oando rates for you to be able to confirm. So that is how you calculate your proof of fund. I've given you the sample on how to calculate your proof of fund. I show you how to apply on this discussion today. I show you the cost of tuberculosis in Nigeria. And I also I mentioned step in which you can apply for Form A yourself. After that, I mentioned universities that, there's even one school that gives 12 months instrumental. So you don't have problem with that. I mentioned the name of the schools, then their rates are cheaper. I think, yeah. So now if you want to go to school, I also mentioned how you can prepare your CV. I told you on this journey, you can do it yourself. And it's not like the way they painted it. Oh, if you want to travel, fine. Visa. I'm going to show you cost of visa, how to calculate that too. Cost of IHS for those coming to UK now. Cost of visa, cost of IHS, you know. But if you put all this calculation in place, paying through from here, do some other things, and you can do this processing yourself. My brother and my sisters, I'm telling you, if you do it yourself, when you get here, you work, you start paying little by little. You start paying little, you can return the fund, to the banks. Especially for those of you that are professionals in Nigeria, I'm not asking all the professionals to leave, but when you come here to work, you make more money. You don't need to close down your businesses. Let someone run it for you. Let's come and pack that money, come outside. Maybe we say make our country better. So that's the main thing about this. I told you earlier in my discussion, I also shared sample of how. Okay, now let me just share you sample of how to write SOP. When you want to apply to school, there are two things that is important. Not even two things. When you want to apply to school, first thing is your transcript, then your CV, passports, and then you need SOP. So I'm going to paste something now, sample of how to write SOP. SOP is personal statement. Some people call it personal statement. Some people, we call it SOP. So 1 minute, I'll be back. Okay. So I'm back now. Okay. So I just pasted something on SOP. So I've given you sample with all this information into this discussion. You can see that you can do everything yourself. Apply to school. I said it on the last discussion. If you want to get your transcript, use any organization in Nigeria, your church, your mosque, any friend that you know is running any company in Nigeria, use it to get your transcript. So that one sorted out. I told you, make sure your passport is valid above 2 years. Sorted out. Now, what you need to do is to prepare your CV. I put it there on how to prepare your CV, sorted out. Now, the next thing you need is your SOP. I've just pasted something, sample of how to write SOP. So with this, my information now is guiding you on how to apply, get your admission yourself. And make sure you don't put your head in one basket. Apply to school. Can you see? People that know me can see I'm looking more younger, because when you have peace of mind, man, you're gonna look younger. So secret here. So now, that's for admission. After getting the admission, then you make your initial deposits. Remember, I told you something. Pay through from it help. It save a lot. You can save like 3 million if you pay through from it. And not just initiating one bank. Make sure that you initiate like 2 to 3 banks. So if you can do that, it will help. If you can initiate different banks, it will help you. And when you initiate your Form A, I also put it there on how you can initiate your Form A. I put the link there. I also put what you need to attach if you're applying for it and what Form A is all about. I just pasted it on my this information now, the Form A. So when you are done with Form A, follow up with the bank. But before you do Form A, before you start, make sure you link your email with your BVN. If you don't link your email with your BVN, you just be trying, it will not work. So I'm just giving you a clue on how to do that now. When you are done by linking your email, your personal email to your BVN, then you initiate your Form A. Remember, I told you if you want to initiate your Form A, you need to get your invoice from your school. You can see that it's easy. It's something you can do with your small phone you're using to watch me now. It's something you can do yourself. You don't need any agent, because sometimes agent will man frustrate you, because sometimes they will go and give, most time they don't follow up, especially these ones that are so popular. But when you are doing things yourself, you follow up your things yourself. Even if they ask you to rewrite or do something on your application, you'll be able to do it yourself. But agents now, they have plenty people. They might not even remember to even inform you. They might not even, then maybe that period your number might not even be available. So that's why me, I encourage people, do your things yourself. Some agents will tell you, I'm not collecting one area from you, let me do it for you. Please do it yourself. It make you'll be proud of yourself. Can you see, if I don't do mine myself, will I be able to come outside and share my own ideas with you? It make we Nigerians to be special out there, because we are always smart and skilled. So now, when you are done with the form, hey, remember I told you, you need to attach your, I keep repeating myself for those that are just joining so that you can know how to do your process yourself. I'll still go more and share a lot. Now, the good thing about here is that when you land here, when you are taking an accommodation, please, when you're landing in UK and you're taking accommodation, please don't take furnished accommodation. Take accommodation that are not furnished. I'm going to show you something briefly. Just 1 minute. Can you see what I'm showing you now? I'm showing you two fridge. I'm showing you chairs. Can you see? Okay, I just show you little about those things. Those things are things that some people say they don't want, and they are good things. Like chairs, I show you just now. Those fridge, I show you just now. There are things, it's not like our Nigeria. We use everything die. Some people will just want to change their house look and drop everything outside. So if you're taking accommodation, don't take furnished accommodation. Most of my house things are not bought. They are being, they were not bought. So that's about accommodation. And please, if you are landing newly, for those that are coming as a couple, 3 family, 4 family, don't go and be renting expensive flats. You can start with a share apartment, but make sure you are sharing with your fellow Nigerians that can understand you very well. So those are the way you save cost here. And when you land here, okay, I'm going to share something on link you can use to apply for job even while in Nigeria. That's what I did during mine. I started applying for jobs. I prepared my CV, but before you can prepare your CV, you need to have international number. How do you get the international number? I said it in my last discussion. You get the international number via, after biometrics. That's when I got mine, and I put it on the CV. I started using it to apply. So I'm going to share the link shortly on how you can apply. It depends on your skill. Mine was telecom, so I have to be applying to telecom work, but sometimes you can switch. So now let me now give you, for those that are coming without kids, if you are coming here to school and your dependent is coming with you and you are coming without kids, I will advise you something. Go and do, for those that are not skilled, for those that are not educated, like, I'm not a graduate, can I work here? How will I get a job? My dear, there's work. Now, you just need to do some certification. I'm going to share the link or the certification you need to do. Even while in Nigeria, you can do those certification. It did not cost you anything. You just to use your phone, follow the link, then do it, and you pass, and they are all recognized. So like those that are not in telecom like me, and you want to do like a carer, and you are not coming with your kids, do living carer. For living carer per week, the one I know, some pay 750. The one I know that is the least is £700 per week. They pay you £700 per week for living carer. And you don't need any skill, you don't need any qualification, they don't need to ask you, are you a graduate? Did you go to school? You collect. And now some get £800 weekly, Some get £1,000 weekly. Now let's do the calculation. Let's assume you're not coming with your kids. You're just coming with two people, which is you and your husband. For those that are married now without kids now, let me use them for. You're coming with them, and 1 minute, okay, and oh shit, okay. So you're coming with them, and you stay in a shared apartment that you're paying maybe like 500 monthly. Remember, you are working. Let's say you came as students, you're schooling. Remember, you're going to add to your skill. Your dependent, which is your wife or your husband, is there. But our advice, dependent should be wife, because they take women as more living care than men. The ọyìn ọkùnrin. So they take women more, you understand. So now, if you are staying in a share apartment, you pay 500 with base, which means your 1 week work paid all your bills. So if you are collecting, if your wife is doing living carer work, and you as a man you're schooling, and she's working as a living carer work, and I will share you the link on those things that you can apply yourself. Don't let anybody boo you. So I'm going to share it. I will keep doing live show just to help my fellow Nigeria like me. So now, so if you are paying that 500 every month, remember we have 4 weeks in a month. Only 1 week, 500 is already sorted out for accommodation. The remaining 200 is for your expenses. Maybe you need to buy, but you don't need to buy something, because most of the things here we get it free. So let's say you want to buy, so 1 week money you're getting is already sorted out. So now, for your wife that is doing living carer, that is collecting £800 or £700. Now, I know an organization that gives £700 after tax and NI. Now, for those that are coming in, so now you have 3 weeks more. Now calculate it. The 800, let's even say it's even 700. 700 times 3, that's how much? 700 times 3. So let's assume you collected loan while coming to Nigeria, and you're paying maybe 1,000. You need to refund them monthly 1,000. So you can see that the remaining 2 weeks is enough to pay your loan. You know, we have 4 weeks. You can see my hand. We have 4 weeks. We have 4 weeks in the month. First one, you use it for your bills, your house rent, and your expenses. The 2 months is going to go for the loan. So the last £700, you can see you can be saving that. So if you are saving £700 for 1 year, for those that took loan, do you see how much you're going to make in 1 year? Remember, your businesses are still in Nigeria running. You didn't close them down. You don't need to close it down. You can, because we are just here, ká park wọn lọ sílùú wa ni. Wá sí wá ṣe kíní kan ká wá park wọn ni. So, she understands. So, if you are here, even if you are sending that £700 weekly, even to Nigeria, maybe to build you how to do, you know, wait till you go build now in 1 year. So those are the secrets. Those are the way. So you don't need to have any skill. So far you love human being, you can take care of someone. Yeah, I want to living care. I want for when is a lie. It's not all. And if they post you to a place that you know that shit, you can live. It's not like Nigeria, if you're scared. If I leave this job, how will I get another one? There's a lot of jobs. So you can live. That's for those that are coming in and they did not get their professional jobs. Instead of you waiting for that professional job, pick the one that is on ground first. Then in the process of you doing that, you have enough time to do other things, then you get more money. Okay, you can see now. So that is that about this traveling stuff. About the little I want to say today. I think today I discussed a lot today. I share how much it will cost you for your TB. I share how much it will cost you. So the next discussion will be how much you're going to spend for your visa fuel, for your high chair, so that you do your budget down. And let me tell you something, for those that want to take loan, if you have, I know I told you earlier, if you know you want to travel, start building your inflow. Let somebody transfer 1 million to you, transfer back. You don't need to wait. When they transfer the 1 million to you, within 2 hours, 3 hours, transfer back. Make sure there's inflow. So within 1 month, you have enough inflow. If you approach bank and they requested for your 6 months account statement, they will give you cool loan. Stanbic will give you cool loan. GT will give you cool loan. If your salary is GT, some app, if you take 2M, for those that are couple now, let's say couple without kids, you can see what the proof of fund I put there. So you pay, let's say you want to pay deposits of 4,000, it's not even up to 2 million. You can see your IHS and visa is not even up to 2 million. Let's even say it's 2 million. If you book your flight ahead, like 5 to 6 M, you've sorted it out. And the way I explained to you, you can be paying 1 million house. So within 6 months, gone at for those that are coming with loan, you finish. The remaining months is for you. Now, after finish paying the loan, imagine you now saving that £700 for that 3 weeks, because you're no more paying loan times 12 months, my dear. You see how much it will cost. So that is why sometimes you need to put everything it takes. Don't feel local champion. Some people just only 3 bedroom nìkan náà lé àti 1 jeep. They are mo ti nílé náà, kí ló tún kù? Mo ti ní mọ́tò ẹyọ kan. My friend, get out and make more money, then impact life with that money if you don't even need it. And sometimes we don't do this. You can see me every day. I keep looking younger. You don't do this only just for money, for yourself. You have, there's security, there's lights. You can see I'm having lights. It's 24 hours lights. There's water, So just think there's security. I have a colleague that was on his way from Benin to Lagos. He traveled to go and do the same telecommunication work. On his way back, he was kidnapped. Until now, we've not heard anything about him. No one called for ransom. In this place, they dare not try him. Whoever that tried, they will trace the person. Not that there's no crime here, but it's not like her. So everything is not about money. And don't be local champion. You only build 3 bedroom flat, 4 bedroom flat, only 1 duplex and 1 jeep. What if you comfortable? Now. So try your possible best to go through all those processes, to go through all the things I put here, and make use of it for yourself and for your family. And at the end of the day, you come and tell me something. Can you guess what? I'll just give him visa. Oh my God. And I'll be so happy to hear the good news. I'll be waiting for those that will follow my step, then they'll be sharing more good news with me. Thank you for joining. See you again next time. Thank you, Adegbola Femi. Thank you, Okeke is the first person. Thank you, Yemi. I think that's how I can see for now. Is there any question you want to ask me before I go? Any question anyone wants to ask me before I go? Can you see the process? And so if I make it 300,000 to believe pé manager ni ó ń gba 400,000, then ó jókòó síbẹ̀ now. So better waka kó japa ni. It's not by traveling. Yes, it's true. We are not here to sleep here. We are here. Àwa fẹ́ wá kó wa ká wá kó wọn níbi ká kó lọ sílùú wa káyọ̀ náà lọ fi tìlùú wa náà ṣe. So better. So please, if you have all those things I mentioned here, make use of it. So somebody say, can I private message you? Yes, but most times I don't respond. You can do that, no problem. So that's it. So you can see. So apart from, and there's a lot of opportunities. If I show you some things, you will not believe. Let me just quickly show you something briefly. Okay. So you can see my baby seat scroller. First quarter. Yeah. Yeah. So that thing I show you now, if you want to buy it in Nigeria, you reach like new one is like even fairly used gas is like 200 pounds. Now woman be like you, we are not in Nigeria now. So he doesn't need it again. So here we get things we don't buy them. Nigeria to buy rent ilé, fridge, chair. They buy it here for those that like wasting money. But some of us, we like saving money. We are not in this country to waste our money. We are here to save money. So you get those things without you paying for it. You see it neat, nice. So that's a thing. So that's why you need to make use of it. You're like, don't come, irọ́ ló ń pa o, táàsì tán yọ gan ó pọ̀, owó ilé, UK yẹn, owó ilé tán san ó pọ̀ o. It's a lie. Yeah, we pay but I told you something you need to do for you to not be able to spend much on accommodation and how much some people are getting, how you can save costs. If it's possible, you're coming with your kid, maybe you have 3 kids or 4 kids, I would advise maybe if they can stay back, fine. Or if you have any grown-up one that is coming with them that can stay with them, fine. So that I can come and make that money sharp. So I hope, since no one is asking any question yet, so I need to go. So in my discussion, at least today we discuss a lot. So the next live show, I'll be discussing more. And things are cheaper here. Food is cheaper. Things are cheaper. Sometimes if I buy small tomato, not like our side, real one, no, it takes me like 2 weeks. So we don't spend too much on food. Food is very cheap. It's only African maize that are expensive. Only the African maize that are expensive. Every other things, the clothes I'm putting on, you can see is very cheap here. So only African males that are expensive for those, but if you are here now, I'm a African meal to my but for now, you just need to and when you land, beginning is always rough, the country that you don't know. So, and some people don't have privilege to listen to this kind of live video, so they will be confused. I saw somebody today like, tó bá gba student visa wá padà lọ́lọ́ is a lie. Why you are here? Even if you get a job and they did not give you sponsorship, you buy sponsorship. And with the little money you save, you can buy. And even if you buy, within few months you can pay it back. Let's assume you don't even have money to buy. So it's worth it. It's worth you sacrificing. For those that are educated, for those that planned good things for their future, for their children future, like that my colleague I told you now, one boy from Benin to Lagos and he was kidnapped. Till now, we've not heard anything about it. So apart from you making money here, apart from, it's not like trailer fall on buses and gbogbo wọn kú. Trailer, ways of trailer is different from the way we pass here. So there's a lot. It's worth it. I thank God I took the decision, and I thank God I did it myself. I did everything for myself, from application to visa, from visa to accommodation, and I even learned I didn't use anybody for reference. I got my accommodation myself, got my job myself, even got a job from Nigeria, and I have a lot of offers. It's me that is rejecting offer. I'm the one sending. If you see my email now, a lot of offers. I'm the one rejecting them. I beg. What that is big you understand? The one rejecting offers. Even there's one they were angry, like, when you not come and resume, why did you tell us to give everything? I was thinking I will resume that, and later I changed my mind and said, no, I'm not going again, So, but in Nigeria, when you have one, you hold it tight. You go to Monday, oh my God. Sorry. But you don't need that here. So think about my discussion, and thank you for joining. Bye.